This episode, I talk Twitter. This is Edtech Library, episode number 4, Twitter tutorial. What's up, everyone? I'm Mike, and welcome to Edtech Library. On this episode, I'm going to be talking about Twitter, and better yet, the basics of how to use it. Now, I do realize that this will be distributed probably through the Twitter platform itself, but hopefully this is able to provide a basic tutorial for those teachers out there who are interested in learning a little bit about how to use it and some of the positive effects that this can have in your workflow. So I'm hardly a new user to Twitter. I joined about a year and a half ago, maybe. But without a doubt, it has been one of the best things that I've done for my professional career. One of the things that Twitter does is it provides a place for teachers to connect with each other. It provides a space where content can be distributed. So I think it's a really great platform for people to be involved in. And so on this episode, I'm actually doing a little bit different workflow. I'm going to be talking about the basics of Twitter, how to manage your accounts, how to send out tweets, what to do when you're searching, and then also how to join in some chats. So I changed up the workflow a little bit so that I can focus on the look-in on this episode. So stay tuned as we head into Twitter and see how it works. So before I get rolling here and taking you into the inside of Twitter and show you some of the basics and how to use it, I just wanted to kind of make a side note. I think it's really important to, before you create, not just on Twitter, but any social media account, you want to create a Twitter account that's going to reflect the reasons why you want it. So in the example of Twitter that I'm about to show you, this account is strictly, for me, strictly professional. I mean, I'll occasionally tweet out things that are like personal in nature about my life. I mean, I don't know if anyone wants to know about my life in particular, but I do use it occasionally for that, but mostly it's sticking to education and educational technology. So you have to be thoughtful about not just your account and the profile that you choose to put in it, but also even the name of it. So when you sign up, you do need an email address, and once you sign up with an email address, you'll be asked to create a Twitter handle. That's going to be the name that people can also find you by, so keep that in mind as well. So as we head into the actual Twitter space here, the first thing that comes up when you log in, you'll notice it's basically a complete dashboard here. Many of the items for navigating are across the top, and we'll take a look at those momentarily. Just to note, the platform for the mobile application is slightly different. It behaves a little bit differently, but it has pretty much the same exact features. So here's my main page, and you'll see from left to right will work here. You have my profile and also how many tweets, followers I have, and also how many I'm following. You also have some trends over here. These are things that are going to be about, oh, great, that's awesome. FETC is, and also digital citizenship has just hopped on here in the trending topics. So hats off to you guys. Keep doing a great job. Bringing forth great content. And so that's actually going to be something we'll look at later, how to search content. But these are some of the topics that are really popular. The Eagles got rid of Chip Kelly. Huge news. I'm actually an Eagles fan, and I'm looking forward to having a new coach, I guess. But with that, you can see some of the topics trending today. Here in the middle, you actually find, this is the timeline, sort of like the heart of Twitter. And the timeline is going to be where the people who I follow post information. It'll also be where people who I follow will repost or retweet, as we would say, information. And so it's really easy for me to connect with people who I actually don't know or don't follow. And that's one of the ways you can expand your professional network very quickly. And you can see down here, I'm a huge soccer fan. Go Spurs. And you can see all sorts of awesome information, and sometimes you'll get ads that are sort of built in here. Play Awesemo is a really cool product. Really looking forward to getting my hands on one of those. So if you don't have one, definitely worth checking out. I think the reviews speak for themselves. So here's your timeline, and you can go on and on forever looking at all the content that's pumped into there. And on the right-hand side, these are some suggestions of who to follow based on who I am currently following. Now, when you sign up for Twitter, you will be asked if you want to add your own. You can skip that too. I recommend skipping it and just kind of sorting through some of the content that's already out there and start finding people and organizations that you like to connect with. So across the top here on our dashboard, Moments is a relatively new piece to the puzzle here on Twitter. They're adding this as a way to connect with some of, like, I guess you could say trending topics, but they're posting a lot of videos in here, especially on the mobile platform, sort of in direct competition, we would say, with Snapchat, I would say. And you can also search on the left here by category. And of course, we have some news of the day in Moments. If we move across here, notifications, these are the most recent notifications for my account, and you will see that I do have some new followers over the last day or so, as well as some people who liked some of the content that I posted last night. I was in a Twitter chat briefly with Ohio Edtech. Really great place to go. A lot of fantastic leadership there, so place you want to go if you're interested really in any educational topic. They cover everything. And so that's pretty much it for here. You do have messages as well. I'm not going to go into that. I do have some direct messages in there from some people. I don't want to blow up anyone's spot, but with messages, it's really cool. You can actually directly connect with some people as long as your direct messages are allowed on your profile. And the nice part about that is you can actually send messages to people to connect with them individually. Now, Twitter only allows you 140 characters. So these messages allow you to say a lot more, which is nice. Now keep rolling across the top here. You can actually click on this. It'll allow you to change your profile and settings. Here you can check out your analytics, which is going to tell you about who's connecting with your content, when are they connecting with your content. If you're looking to become a serious Twitter user, this is a place that you'll probably spend a lot of time really monitoring the data behind your work. You can add keyboard shortcuts. There's, of course, the help menu. And then you can also create lists, too. I'll probably add that in a more, I guess, advanced tutorial of Twitter and how you can use Twitter to really, I guess you could say, aggregate and curate the content that you're looking for. And then by clicking on View Profile, I can actually see, here it is. Yay. And here is my profile. You can see actually from, this is what people would see if they're looking at my screen. So I'm going to head back to the home screen. And one of the next features here next to the profile is where you'll find probably the two biggest pieces of Twitter, and that is your search engine and also your tweeting. So I'm going to start by search here. If you can type in the search a couple different things. You can search by either names of people who you're connected with or maybe not. Or you can also search by the type of content you're looking for. So I'm going to type in education. And you can also see some of the ones down here, education technology. I'll just stick with, actually I'll go to education technology. Edtech library, might as well keep it consistent. And here you can see some different technology related accounts, one of which I'm following and one of which I'm not. So you can choose to follow people based on your searches, and even on the left-hand side, you'll see followers who I'm not connected with, but are connecting with people who I am connected with. And so if I scroll down here, you'll see a whole bunch of information about education technology. So it's really that simple. Now, one of the things that you will notice in all these tweets here, or many of these tweets here, is that they have these hashtags at the end of them. And the hashtags is how Twitter aggregates content. So Twitter knows to add content to this search because they include the hashtag, in this case, Edtech. And so we can search by hashtags as well. So if I click on Edtech, I'm going to see all of the different hashtags that are associated with that. And we got this goofy looking picture here. And we can see further down, we have some more information about Edtech, including some videos. We got photos. So all sorts of cool stuff we can find here just by doing a simple search. Now, one of the things that you can also do here in your searches is these are the top choices. Live is going to show me all the tweets as they come through, and we can probably guess we're going to see a whole bunch of tweets here, not just from Edtech, but also there'll probably be some here from FETC, which is a great conference going on right now. And here you can see one. So this is how it's very quick and very easy to connect with like-minded people, like-minded ideas by simply doing these searches. And so you can search also news, photos, and videos, and there's also more options too as well, which we can find specific people, we can find videos, we can find accounts, and it's a great way for you to build advanced searches so you can aggregate exactly the content you want. And that's really where I think the power of Twitter comes into play. It is a great place for people to post content. It is a great place where people can find content. And I can tell you for sure that without having access to this and some of the great chats that are around, you definitely are missing out on some things if you're not here. So with this search option, I've searched Edtech, but let's say I want to make a post, I want to tweet. So now I found some information that maybe I want to share to my audience. So in this case here, if I want to tweet something, I click on compose a tweet. And then when I actually start typing in, you'll notice on the bottom here, so if I type this, so here's a test tweet. This is going to be, and you notice I typed that in and my number got smaller here. You only have 140 characters, so you really got to make the most of it. You can also tag it with your location. You can add media, and this is a recent feature too as well. It's allowing you to add polls. So you can add different polls or questions to your Twitter account, and people can click on it, and it'll give you feedback on whatever it is you're asking. So it's kind of a cool feature, which is relatively new. So if I tweet this, okay, this has now been tweeted, and I'll head to my profile. So you can see it's been added to my screen. And here's where people will be able to view. So anyone who follows me will see this content. It'll show up in their timeline and say this is a test tweet. And so when you click on any tweet, which I'll do that in a little bit, you can do several different things. You can interact with it by retweeting. You can reply to it. You can also like them. And this has been a bit of a sticking point. They changed the like from a star to a heart. So definitely a big change, and a lot of people are it's very controversial, I guess you could say. The tweet activity, I can check this, so I can see how many people it's reached. Total number of 11 impressions. These are people who have come across the tweet, possibly interacted with it. Usually they'll tell you specifically what kind of interactions you're getting with your tweets in the analytics piece. So that's how you create a simple tweet. Now, if we want to tweet to a specific audience, or if we want to tweet to a specific topic, what you are going to start doing is you're going to start adding hashtags. So, for example, I'm going to type to Edtech. So, hey, check out Ed. And you'll see the tweets actually populate here. Edtech on my new And so here you can see now I've just created a tweet. It's actually going to a specific audience. Now I'm not tweeting at any one person, but I'm actually tweeting this out to an audience. So Grammarly is telling me I have a mistake, and I will correct my mistake and then get the tweet ready to go. And now we can send it off. So now the tweet has been sent. And if I actually head to and click on this EdTech hashtag, in the live feed, it should have appeared. And I guess it hasn't appeared just yet. So we should be able to see that coming up here. Maybe it's further down the list. So we do a quick refresh, and there it is. So now you can see the new tweet I just sent out. And anyone who's searching the EdTech topic will now be able to see this tweet. So it's kind of a neat feature. Again, it allows you to connect very, very quickly to whoever it is you're looking to connect with. So you can also tweet to specific people, and to do that, we would create a new tweet. And so if you wanted to say something, say hi to somebody, all you'd have to do is hit the @ symbol, or you can even just type names. So if I want to connect, let's say, with So as soon as I put that @ symbol, it knows where to connect to. So I click and send to the provider, not the provider, the person I'd like to. And once I've added that name after the @ symbol, I can then send it off. And this tweet's going to appear directly in that particular profile. So one of the neat things about Twitter, as I said before, is that it's a great space where people can actually navigate and find content on specifics about the categories of things that they're interested in. And so I think I've covered most of the basics here. Just kind of check off my list. I think at this point, the basics that were provided to you should be enough, hopefully, to get you started. And just like with any EdTech product, actually heading into that product or working with that product is a great way to learn how to use it. And oftentimes we teach our kids to kind of do things and try things first and then see how it goes. If they fail, then well, hopefully they've learned. And so this is very similar to that. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. If you have comments or questions on things you'd like to see further in Twitter, I'd be happy to make more tutorials about it. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. Stay tuned. This was sort of an impromptu. Next week we'll be adding a couple more episodes on some different products, and hopefully you subscribe. If you're interested in connecting with me, you can check out the links down below in the description. And you can also find down there the subscribe button as well as the link to Twitter. So again, thanks for your time and hopefully you enjoyed. I'm Mike, and thanks for watching EdTech Library.